This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. Seth Meyers begins all of his programs saying, "We have a really good show tonight." And, you know, Seth has a huge budget and a network and a staff, creative people. He's creative, he's talented, he's funny. So he's right. But I'm a humble blogger. I have no budget. I have a Chrome laptop and a couple of cell phones. So sometimes I don't have a good show. What I do have is content that precisely matches my audience. For some mysterious reason, people are listening, and that mystery can only be solved by people who precisely care about my content. And by my logic, that can only be people who are doing on-demand delivery, most likely Uber driving or Uber delivery, Ubereats. But it could be DoorDash, it could be Postmates. Now, it is not official, but a guy named Alex tweeted me a DM. I kind of don't know how he DM'd me because I wasn't following him. I'm sort of, I know how Twitter's supposed to work, and when it doesn't, I don't know why it doesn't. But anyways, I'm glad it did. He expressed interest in registering with Uber and using my code. Wondered what he would get. I've written him. That's part of tonight's detail. So if I get Alex, he will be added to Mohammed. Now, Mohammed is registered, and he is completing the application process, which I think he's in the 2-week wait period for a criminal background check. And Alex, as of 3 hours ago, hadn't registered. I delivered one delivery tonight, and, you know, there's no angry people. You know, it's arguably boring because there was no trauma. And I don't know why Facebook is not cooperating with me. So this is Hudson County, New Jersey. There's an area down here called Bayonne. Out this way is Newark, New Jersey. This is Patterson, New Jersey. Don't know if Patterson, New Jersey's in Hudson County or the next county over. This is the Bronx, New York, and Manhattan. This is Fort Lee, New Jersey, the George Washington Bridge, and this is the Lincoln Tunnel. So this is where I am. And the current promotion in this area is 2.0. That means you multiply the fee times 2.0. Please note, this is only an example. Check the details in the app. So listeners, please, if you're in one of these areas where it's supplemented by promotional money, you obviously care. You know, you might get 1.8 if you're here, and 2.1, this, because of the zoom on the map, this doesn't show, but that number is 2.1 down here in Bayonne. You know, why not make more for the same work? Especially if you're in a car, you can get to those areas that Muhammad just signed up. That is an old. All right, this is frustrating. These tweets are supposed to be all, my Instagram's supposed to dump to, my Instagram's supposed to dump to this Facebook page, and it did, and I checked it, and now I'm having trouble So let me try here. I got a really slow start last time, so I did a better job of prepping this time. And just not good enough. All right, Facebook is just too slow. I'm going to try Instagram. The same tweets are supposed to be on Instagram. Okay, here we go. Looks like Instagram's going to cooperate. So this came in an email today, and they're using this phrase real time, and I think I know what that means. Real time, let me just read it. Boost your fare by completing deliveries at restaurants in hot zones. So hot zones relative to that map. And hot zone would be, as I understand it, any zone in the world that is still supplemented by promotional money, like Hudson County and North Bergen, New Jersey, like Fresno, California, and a town outside Seattle I can't pronounce. Restaurant are hot during the peak zones. All of you will see bonuses in real time. Now, this is a claim that they made this week in emails that Ubereats has made. They've done a better job of explaining the compensation, and they're doing real time. So I'm going to show its exact example of this real time. In other words, I know how much I get paid in incentive money when I get paid, when I earn it. It's a huge improvement. So here's the hot zone map. Again, this is an example. Please note this is only an example. Check your app. And I also have the one from the app. They happen to match exactly, but I trust they can get off. And that was disappointing. That was my feed. So here we go. I'm going to stay on. No, I'm not. I'm just going to go in the order that I tweeted them. So this is an example of real time. This boost money is incentive money. And until this week, that money was bundled together and paid to me weekly. And I didn't really get to, I had no way of knowing where, when I earned it. So I am supposed to be able to calculate, now that I know it's there, I just discovered this tonight, I should be able to take the money that I earned, go back to the heat zone map, say, okay, I was in a 1.2 zone, take what I earned times 1.2, and that should be this number. I haven't done that math yet, but I will in some point in the future. This is the one that I did, trip earnings, that includes my boost money. And listeners, it's hard to imagine doing Ubereats on a bicycle without boost money, because it's embarrassingly low. This is my current rate, 92%. It is going down. I was at 95 and then 93, and now I'm 92. I need to stay above 85, so I think I've got a safe margin. I can still be a dick when I feel like it and hopefully absorb some negativity. I'd like to get myself right now. I'm at 36. I'd like to get above 100 and still be in the 90s. And then I'd feel a little more unrestrained. Right now I'm kissing ass when more than I feel I should need to. I don't know what this is. I don't know why it's slow drawing. Seems to be something. I'm not going to wait for it. And here we go. This is the promotion I worked under today. I only got one delivery during this time. And I was in the zone and online. I missed the first 45 minutes of it. If surge is greater than guaranteed amount, you'll always receive the highest amount. Guaranteed amounts may vary depending on location. Very specifically location. So even within my county, there's different incentive amounts. And then here's the listeners, please understand, if you're still listening at this point, you obviously care about this stuff. You're precisely interested in the kind of things I'm talking about. So what this is a screen capture from the app. So this is live. This is up to the minute. The other one is the same map, and it happens to be the same numbers, but it came by email, and it does not claim to be up to the minute. In fact, it claims not to be up to the minute. But the app now has this divided up, and this is new this week. Divides up and says you got different incentives where you are. And this was interesting to me. This is the classic Uber alert. This is what Uber drivers have been getting, I think, since the beginning of Uber time. And I usually get a different looking one when I'm delivering food, but yet for some reason I got the classic Uber alert rather than the food alert. That might be it. And that is it. So that's my whole presentation. So listeners, the most significant thing that happened this week, and I'll go back to it. This here, more specific about the map and boost. Boost is a new word to me. I kind of think it was being thrown around, but I haven't seen it in writing. I haven't seen it on maps the way I have this week. And then that's the one delivery I did. It was called kiri kiri, Japanese food, to a Japanese man. He honestly was Japanese. And so here's a breakdown of what I earned. That's the distance. I get paid that much. That's what I get paid for picking it up. 70 cents for dropping it off, and then the boost. And that boost number was a mystery until I got paid weekly, and now it's being given in real time. It says it twice in there. And listeners, if you weren't familiar with the old way, this is an improvement. You know, transparency is better. And again, listeners, to distinguish this map from the other map, it could be confusing because they're the same thing, but they're not. This is an example. This came via email. This does not get updated. It sits in my email box. If I were to read this a month from now, it would still say the same thing. But the other one that I showed is up to the minute right from the app. Now, of course, when I get a screen capture and it's in this program, of course, it doesn't update anymore. But as it's linked in the app, prior to the second I screen capture it, it is up to the minute. This has been Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search from my site. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, a restful night's sleep. Listeners, I wish I would have put this map here right next to this map here and made a better comparison of the two. But again, this is fixed. It comes from email. It's only an example. And this is in the app, and this is updated minute by minute. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao. Stop presenting and stop screen sharing. Ciao.